all the evidence that the government of Gaza did this to his people. Self-defense is a perfectly legitimate defense in a court of law, especially since the government of Gaza would not let the people leave. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Reason that there were no new wars under President Trump is that our enemies feared him. The lack of fear of Brandon resulted in these attacks, and the attacks necessitated escalation. You do not need immunity if the crimes that you are being charged with never happened. The trial can end right now. Actually, they did. Then they made things even worse since they were elected. But they were technically elected, just like Obama and Biden. Ironic that the one on trial is the only one who did not commit a crime. It is truly sad that the United States is a banana republic. I am still waiting for evidence that President Trump did anything authoritarian.
3 weeks later.
Still waiting.
Many months later.
I am still waiting.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
All the Democrats have is fake news and debunked stories. This is how you get 3 Pinocchios from the Washington Post. If even the fake news will not be your mockingbird, things are really bad for you. At any point, the feds could stop cutting barbed wire or build the wall that Clinton once supported. But they need their new voting bloc to turn conservative states blue. A lot is going on here. Let me break it down a bit. The main problem is that the fake news reporters are telling us what they wanted these people to say. At no point did President Trump oppose legal immigration. If you are going to come in legally and not in a caravan. Something tells me that the lady never started with any actual racism. He just put that in. Also, I would like to point out that the only institutionalized racism is against those of low melanin concentration or those who have Asian ancestry. It is melanin that determines whether it is a fiery but mostly peaceful protest or a dangerous insurrection. Yeah, these comments were definitely made up by the reporter. Tell me which side of the political aisle has been using violence and threats against their opponents like this. Not a single patriot is claiming that everyone was an FBI agent. There were multiple FBI agents and assets like Ray Epps. However, only those who are not with the FBI get held for years without trial. Whatever happened to reporters that gave the facts only? Not only did Moses wipe out Canaanites due to their sin, the word for kill is technically the word for murder. Even if that were not the case, not only is it Hamas that started all of this, they are the ones who decided to put military bases in schools and hospitals. Why is Brandon on a Republican ballot? It makes no sense. We are not talking about Joe Biden. What's that? They are talking about President Trump. You mean they still believe that President Trump is a sex offender even though he kicked out Epstein? And the stories from the floozies that framed him fell apart. But they are sticking with Brandon, who sniffs hair and wants children to rub his hairy legs. That is a special kind of stupid.